Now we move on to Germany. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has emphasized that only maximum pressure could persuade Russian President Vladimir Putin to back down in the ongoing conflict with Ukraine. Speaking at a press conference in Poland alongside other European defense ministers, Pistorius has reiterated that Germany and its allies would continue their unwavering support for Ukraine.
Und wir sind zutiefst davon überzeugt, nur maximaler Druck aus Sanktionen, aus Maßnahmen gegen die Schattenflotte und ukrainische Erfolge auf dem Gefechtsfeld können Putin zum Einlenken bewegen. Und deswegen unterstützen wir die Ukraine weiterhin.
Meanwhile, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen stated that the European Union is set to adopt its 20th sanctions package against Russia, aimed at further escalating economic pressure on Moscow in response to its invasion of Ukraine. Now we welcome Dr. Satoru Nagao. Thank you very much, Dr. Nagao, for joining us. And now looking at this, Yes, sorry, I was thinking of a question. Well, I can't think of any. If you would like to share your comments on this.
In this case, Russia and Ukraine, European believe Russia does not have the will to end this war, because in some areas they are winning, and even if it's a small victory, they can expand the territory. It's achievements they can, and so long war means that more wider areas they can get. At the same time, indeed, this war is not cost effective for Russia. But so that's why even if they expand territories, there's a possibility Putin faces some criticism. But if he continues to fight, no one will decide the result of war. This means that cost effective or not is not a matter. And another reason is intelligence service of the Estonia indicates that there is a possibility that Russia still keeps some ammunitions, because when they check the amount of the ammunition Russia produces and how many ammunition they use in the battle zone, in this case there is a gap. So that's why there's a possibility Russia has maintained some certain number of the ammunition for something, the big military operation. This means that viewed from these three situations, if Russia continues the war, Russia can get more benefit. And if the ceasefire has happened just now, this benefit Russia will not get. So that's why European believes Russia does not have the will to end the war just now, and ceasefire negotiation is not seeking the real ceasefire. There's a possibility buying the time to do something later. So was avoiding sanction from the United States. So that's why the Europeans say more sanction is better to making pressure for Putin to agree the ceasefire, not something the good suggestion for Putin. This good suggestion is wasting time. Indeed, anyway, Russia does not have the will to end the war. But that kind of logic exists. But that is the background. Yes. And in my opinion, there's a possibility it is true.
Thank you for highlighting that. And I would like to also welcome Mr. Matthew Vadam from States for this discussion as well. Building on Dr. Satoru Nagao's answer, what do you think was the reason for the European Commission President to, adopt this 20th sanctions package? Since 19 sanctions packages have not been effective in coercing Russia into, ending the war with Ukraine. What do you think about this one now?
I think that the European Union wants Vladimir Putin to withdraw his forces from Ukraine and doesn't, and they're at wit's end trying to figure out how to do it. So they are proposing more punishment for Russia. I think that's what it boils down to.
Right. But now welcoming back Dr. Nagao to this discussion. Dr. Nagao, since it's 20th, do you think that this will just go on and on? Or do you think this is their one of last resorts and now they have other cards to play towards Russia?
In this case, this is U.S. interest, I believe, because the U.S. want to deal with American continent first. After that, China is second, not Russia. Russia is third and fourth priority. So that's why to deal with China, how to do that? Divide China and Russia is one of the solutions. During the U.S.-Soviet Cold War, the U.S. allied with China to contain Soviet Union. So now the completely opposite. U.S. want to divide China and Russia. At least Russia take distance from China is U.S. interest because the U.S. need to deal with China. So that's why the ending the war in Ukraine opens the door of the negotiation between U.S. and Russia to divide China and Russia. So that's why the U.S. want to seek the ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine and remove the reason of the battle between U.S. and Russia indirectly. So that's why the U.S. want to continue. But in case of Russia, Russia does not have the will to end this battle because continuing the war is beneficial for Russia, they believe. And continuing the negotiation is avoiding the additional sanction from the United States. So that's why this is useful. But who really want to continue this ceasefire is indeed United States side, I believe. And from Ukraine, diplomatic solution is only solution, I believe. But at the same time, this means just now, if they stop all of the territories Russia occupied is Russian, and Ukraine cannot get back. So that's why indeed Ukraine want to take back a little more. That is real opinion inside of the Ukraine, I believe. But anyway, Ukraine rely on United States, and Ukraine will follow the United States, I think.
With that, I'd like to thank Dr. Satoru Nagao and Mr. Vadam for sharing